Why are people mad about the newest Callisto Protocol update? I mean, newest. It was out for a couple of days, I think maybe even a week. But I wasn't playing the game, so I didn't check it out because I'm done and that's it. I'm waiting for New Game Plus. But people seem to be quite mad. So I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. But before we do so, we're almost there to 4,000 subscribers and we can do it. We can get there before the end of the year. So be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's get into it. I was very surprised when I saw that the update actually brought some quality of life improvements. You can heal faster. If you don't know, if you haven't played the game before, lucky you. To heal, you had to sit in a corner and it will take, I think it will take less than 10 seconds, give or take 10 seconds to heal. So it was basically impossible to heal in the midst of combat. You had to just be crafty. But now it takes up to 3 seconds. I mean, he's still looking at it. I don't know why. But Jacob is still looking at the injector before he actually heals. I don't understand why, but it is significantly faster and you can actually heal, which is funny because the game actually is quite generous when it comes to all those healing items, but you will never get to use them. So I remember when I was playing the game, I was just selling my injectors because there was no way I would carry 3 injectors when I could just sell them because I wouldn't use them. So this is a big deal. You can heal now, but people say it is easy. It makes the game easy. It brings attention. It is a survival or a horror game. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Okay, listen. I have played a lot of games in my life, and just this year I played 95 games, and all of them were played at the hardest difficulty. So, trust me when I tell you that this game isn't hard. The maximum security difficulty for this game is not hard. In the entirety of my 15 hours of playtime, I never felt like the Callisto Protocol was a hard game. It is a very tedious game which loves wasting your time, and it is closer to Resident Evil 5 than it is to, let's say, Resident Evil 2. Yes, the game is not a horror, survival, or whatever game. It is an action game, and you need to make life for players easier when that's the case. Imagine a shooter where you take 4 seconds, not even 4 seconds, 10 seconds to reload, 5 seconds to switch weapons. How is it fair for people to play a game like that when it is so hard to actually just play the game? It is hard. I swear to God, Callisto Protocol makes the game hard to play. Not because of the difficulty, but because of all those other things aside, which just makes the experience a bit just disgusting for players. So when I witnessed all those changes, now, before, whenever I would want to choose between weapons, to switch between weapons, sometimes he would choose the wrong weapon, and that led to so many frustrations because sometimes I was in the middle of a fight, I would switch guns, he wouldn't do that, he would pull a different gun. To my surprise, whenever I actually try to switch to a weapon now, he's going to pull the weapon I actually wanted to use. So all that time before, where I was just getting frustrated for no reason, it was a bug. It wasn't intended to work that way. Countless hours of frustration just gone like that. It doesn't make the game easier when those things should have been there. All those features should have been there in the first place. And I'm sorry, but hitting faster doesn't make the game easier. I mean, to a certain degree it does, but also it doesn't, because chances are, if you were looking for that, I'll say, tense experience, you were probably playing on the hardest difficulty. And in that difficulty, because you couldn't heal, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was never getting hit. And most of the time when I was getting hit, it was during boss fights, and I would just die in one hit. So there was no point in hitting anyway. So sometimes I had no injectors in my inventory whatsoever because I didn't need one. I knew that getting hit was basically death. So having an injector wouldn't matter. So I'm assuming you are playing also on the difficulty, because there is no way you're going to say the game is easier if you weren't playing on the difficulty. So assuming you are playing on that difficulty, chances are you actually were using the GRP. And the GRP, your pull ability, makes the whole game so much easier. That's actually what makes the game easier. Perfect dodges and the GRP, those make the game easier, not hitting faster. So chances are you're going through encounters without getting hit once, just blasting people into walls and whatnot. Yeah, this this is the hard game you want to defend. I'm sorry again, but this game is not hard. This game is so far from being hard. Do you want to know what was hard? Do you want to know what was hard? It was dying and watching a 10 or 20 seconds death animation. Yeah, those were really hard because I was questioning my existence, wondering, should I just keep playing this game? I wonder why I just can't skip it. But now you can. Now you can skip death cutscenes. But hey, you cannot skip the game cutscenes because the devs still want you to be locked there and watch what they made. Yeah. So no. Don't use that bullshit excuse. The game is easier. No, it's not going to be easier because the game is still tedious. I'm going to show you something. I was trying to actually showcase the perfect dodges against Captain Ferris, and you're going to notice that whenever I'm actually the combat in this game is, I gotta say, sometimes it is clunky. It is clunky, but not for the reason you think. It's not because of the controls or no. The camera is weird. You will see that in this footage, the camera is never centered on Captain Ferris, which means that I can never tell for a game where you have to know when to dodge. Because they tell you that the timing is not important, but it is. If you want to perform perfect dodges, the timing does matter. So the game is telling you something which isn't always true. So I'm trying to see when he's actually trying to hit me, but I can't because my character is blocking Captain Ferris, and I never know. That kind of jankiness. He's moving left, he's moving right. I don't know when the camera is going. It's not consistent. The camera isn't consistent when you're fighting. So imagine that was just one enemy. Imagine fighting two people at once with that much jankiness. That's why the combat becomes clunky. Not because of I think the dodging and the whatever, the mechanics are fine, but the implementation isn't fine. It's just tedious, wasting my time. You know what, I'm actually going to walk you through my frustration and tell you about all those moments where the game tries to waste my time. I'm 2 trophies short from getting the platinum, but I can't because I missed some audio logs, and I can't play some chapters. I can't select a chapter I want to replay, so I'll have no choice but to replay the whole game and sit through the same unskippable cutscenes all over again. That's a waste of my time. Anytime you actually get to a reforge to upgrade your gear or just make up some space by selling items, you cannot skip the process of your weapon being upgraded. You just have to sit there and watch it happen every single time. That's just wasting my time even more. I just want to play the game. I just came here to upgrade my gear and be on my way. I just want to sit here. I sit here and I do nothing. And that one thing which actually pissed me off was the loot boxes. You know, in this game, because the game isn't a horror game, it's not scary, so they had to use cheap tricks to provoke some kind of emotion in you. So they had to hide aliens in loot boxes. Now, once in a while is not the problem, but almost every single time that becomes very frustrating and tedious. Up to for the encounter, the last boss, the final boss, my 3 loot boxes contain aliens, and whenever you actually find an alien, there is no loot for you whatsoever. So all those 3 boxes were just aliens and nothing in it. And every single time it was like, I would do that dance like, hey, is it going to be an alien or some ammo? Nope, alien every single time, 3 times in a row. Wow. And because I didn't find any ammo, I have to go and craft that ammo to the reforge and sit through the process of ammo being, because even the ammo takes time to be forged. So yeah, this game likes to waste your time, and all those shimmy moments, shimmy yay, shimmy yo, shimmy a, like, get rid of those moments, please. I just want to play the game. Let me play the game you made, please. And oh, did you know you could run in the Callisto protocol? You probably couldn't tell because sometimes the game has those mandatory moments where you can't run. There is a run button, but you can't run even if you press it because the game is going to decide, hey, you can't run here. Oh, I swear to God, sometimes it feels like the game is playing me. For real. I'm not allowed to do anything other than what the game tells me to do. I can't run. And when I do run, I'm slow as fuck. Oh my. Oh, and when it comes to those audio logs, they made an update, but they didn't address that issue on consoles, at least to my knowledge. So, whenever you want to listen to an audio log, you have to go and sit in the menu. But if you don't want to do so, you have to actually start the audio log and then back off by pressing pause. And when continue the game again, is going to transition, and then you can listen to the audio log while you are playing the game. But initially, they are fine with you sitting in the menu, wasting your time. Nah, this game is in a bad state. It was in a worse state, but now it is better, but it's still bad. Oh, yeah. This game is so much better now that we can just heal yourself. Nah. Listen, you know what? Nah. This game needs updates. It needs update big time to make up for all the mess they created in the first place. So no, healing, reloading, or switching weapons faster, it doesn't make the game easier. It makes the game less tedious. That's the word you're looking for. It doesn't break the tension because there was no tension to begin with. This is an action game where you take like 10 seconds to heal and 5 seconds to reload. Yeah. So definitely there's going to be some uproar about, because you can share an opinion online, because some people are going to come in with their own opinion, which is far superior. I'm just telling you that the game, again, is not what you think it is. It is simply not. And all those improvements are quality of life improvements. But you have numerous other things they have to address in order to actually, and you know what the crazy part is? They have to first fix all those things they did before they can actually think about implementing some new things. That's the craziest part about this game, because you can't build upon what they already did. They have to fix it. So, I'm Jiso. Tell me if you disagree. I'm sorry, my voice was just gone with all that talking. Tell me whether or not you agree or disagree, but do tell me why. Don't just be like, this game is easy. So yeah, I'm going to see you around, and this game needs help. A lot of help. Bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe to like. I appreciate that. Thank you.